topic of today's presentation is receiving the ball with an open stance while facing the attacking goal as a forward. This photo sequence is from the semi-final match between Netherlands and Great Britain at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. In this first photo sequence, we see the GB player in the white with the ball. She's just crossing the center line of the field. In the next photo sequence, we see the GB player receiving the ball from her right inner with her back towards attacking goal. She receives it, makes a clockwise turn, and tries to pass the ball to her leading centre forward from the left winger's position. The ball is intercepted by the Dutch defender and a counter launched. The point I'm trying to bring home is this, that they did help the GB left winger to receive the ball with the back towards the goal. In my opinion, it did not, because it blocked her view. Yes, she received the ball, but she received the ball in a situation where she could not do much. And she tried to force the pass, which looked open because she didn't have a very clear view, because she had a back towards the attacking goal, and it turned into a turnover. Let's see what the GB player could have done differently to make this play more efficient and effective. One of the golden rules to receive the ball in an optimum position as a forward is that if you work harder before you receive the ball, you will work less harder when you receive the ball, as you will control the situation and the contest. Leading and re-leading before receiving a pass is vital. Let's focus in this diagram 1. As we know that number 11, the GB player, was marked by the Dutch player number 2, we are saying that if number 11 had taken a timely lead, she would have left the defender in a dilemma. It would have created a situation where if she did not come with her, there was a space created and she could turn her body and receive the ball on a side tilted body with the open stick, or on the reverse stick, probably with the tilted body on an open stick. And if the Dutch defender had come with her, marking her man-to-man, then there was a big lane open behind her space, which the centre forward her teammate would have either ran at a 45-degree angle to see the ball on an open stick, or made it a penetrating run towards the left to receive the ball with the open stick while shielding the defender. In both these situations, they had created space and they had created more options. You can see that by one simple run leading, how much space was created and how many more quality openings were opened. Yes, you may say that it will take longer by the time the teammates was recovered. It would have not taken more than 2 or 3 seconds if they were decisive and they had made the timely runs, and the damage could have been done instantly. This is my point, that please receive the ball with the open stance so that you may view all the options, and we'll see these strategies applied by the players and how successful they are in the next photo sequence and videos. Now, in the bronze medal match between India and GB at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games, here's a scene where India's right inner passes the ball to the Indian right winger Sharmila. If you look at the first sequence, she has peeled away from a GB marker to receive the ball on the open stick and then take on the GB player. The point I like to make over here is this, that Sharmila, the Indian right winger, when she received the ball with the open stance and with the whole view of the field, how she controls her contents. She makes the GB player dance to her own tunes. You can see that here she went in, forced her to jockey back, and she spinned and then go back again in the direction and cross the ball. This is the difference when you receive the ball with the open stance while having the full view of the attacking goal and your teammates. It's a simple concept. Look, Sharmila worked hard before she received the ball. She had to work less harder when she had the ball on a stick, and she made the opponents dance to her tune. It's that simple. Now, in the next strategic play, I like to take you to the F1 Pro League Season 3 in the second match between Belgium and Germany. In this photo sequence, we'll see the Belgium left half making a long sweep pass to his left winger, where the left winger receives the ball with his tilted body on his open stick with the full view of the circle, and he passes the ball first time in front of the goal, and the ball is deflected from the German deep defender, and the ball goes to the Belgium center forward. He scores. The point I'm trying to make over here is this. Again, if you look at the Belgium left winger, he received the ball with open stance, having the full view of the opponents, and also, which is not noticeable, it didn't give any chance to the German players to readjust because he had the full view, he saw the gap, and he passed it quickly. Another point which we noted was that the ball deflected from the stick of the German defender. We see this very often happening in our game at the top level. The simple reason is this: the players are not on their toes and they're on their heels, and their anticipation skills are not as sharp as it should be. And I can bet you in the olden days, if the players were playing on the grass, even the ball came that fast, they were on their toes and they could intercept the ball. I like to give example of my mentor here, John McBride, the captain of the Australian Olympic team which won the bronze medal at the 1964 Tokyo Olympic Games. He is in his 80s. I saw him a couple of weeks playing on the AstroTurf. My God, not a single ball passed around him in the radius of 1 meters because he was always on his toes. He was very quick. And when I often asked him, John, how come you can receive all these balls, anticipate all these balls? He said, Shave, I've learned my hockey playing on the grass. Plus, I played cricket in Australia, and this has made my reflexes so sharp. Yes, reflexes sharp. Also, his reading of the player. He reads the cues. He sees where the ball is coming. And this is the secret of his success and outstanding performance. Now let's go into strategic play number 4. This is the sequence from the same match between Belgium and Germany. This is the goal which Belgium scored against Germany, equalizing the score 1-1. It's a beauty. You see these goals once in a decade. And the way the Belgians knit three passes together to score a field goal is a beauty in itself. And the secret was playing first time, receiving the ball with the open stance, and the ball was passed from the left inner to the right inner deflected it first time from the playmaking space to his leading center forward, who pivoted on his left foot, put the balance on his right foot like a ballet dancer, and hit the ball first time. There's nothing the German team could do. One of the classic goals of this decade, I would say. In this video, we covered how the left winger receives the ball with a tilted body, how the right winger receives the ball with the open stance, and also how the Belgium team scored one of the best ever goals to be seen. And we also covered what are the disadvantages, the barriers when you receive with the back towards the attacking goal, as we saw in the first example. There's a time and place for each of these places, these moves. But we would say that to the younger generation that please encourage them to receive the ball with the open stance while facing the attacking goal. You can see the reason why Belgium have won the World Cup to 2018, Tokyo Olympic Games 2020, and how they are leading because they have developed these habits, and these are very good habits. And when I try to teach these type of skills to the younger players, they say that, hey coach, you're old fashioned. Yes, I'm old fashioned, but it works. Look how the intelligent teams are seeing the things which are more effective and discarding the less effective things. This was the last part of the four-part series of receiving the ball as a forward. We covered receiving the ball on the open stick, pass coming from the left shoulder, receiving the ball on the reverse stick, pass coming from the right shoulder, and then the block receiving. In a nutshell, the point is this: when the forward receives the ball with the open defensive stance and has the whole view of the field, he can do severe damage to the opponents, as we saw the Belgium left winger doing it to the mighty Germans. I also like to take this opportunity and say a special thank you to FIH because I have been using the clips from the FIH matches to elaborate our point, and this is for education purposes with pure interest of sharing the knowledge of what the great players do. Can't thank FIH enough.